really crazy because this is like my first real brand trip. I'm so excited. Like, there is a brand by the name of Quilt. They invited me and a couple of other home creators out to just sort of check out what they're launching, talk about it, get some buzz, because the launch is tomorrow and we're here the day before for like a little press preview. The event is in 2 hours. I took a shower this morning, like right before I left, and somehow I still feel funky. Like, I don't care how many showers you take before you get on the plane. As soon as you get off the plane, it's time to wash that ass. Huge floor to ceiling mirror, we need that. Behind us we have the bathroom. Big old bathroom. I like that. I like this countertop too. That's not a good drawer. Coming out of the bathroom, luggage stand, big old desk, nice big bed. Oh.
First to be christened.
It's 2 o'clock, but I was supposed to be there at 2. I think it's 20 minutes away.
That's so much better for us.
I'm trying to get down the stairs without busting my ass. Okay, so we're dressed, we're in the car, we're 10 minutes away. I'm running like a hair late to the event, but I can just do a real quick jewelry tour. So we're wearing one first vintage ring, found this at the Georgetown Flea. It's got a little girl with like an afro on it. I love this ring. He was gonna charge me $100 for it, and I got him down to 50. This ring on my middle finger is my grandfather's ring. It has the matching necklace that I'm wearing. Sterling silver number that I picked up in Paris. This one, little costume jewelry bucket, also got that in Paris. And then this one is my newest addition to the family. It's a signet ring. I got it from El Priori Jewelry, and shout out to her because she's from Philly. But earrings are obviously Koi Studio. Necklaces, all vintage. Used to belong to my grandpa, the chains. This one was my grandmom's, but I think she got this from my great aunt. This is the lip combination that I've been doing lately, and let me tell you, it's juicy. Night Moth by MAC, as always. This Milani chocolate brown lipstick is called Desire. This is the Fenty Gloss Bomb. Yeah, glass slipper, but it's all brown now because I be mixing it with this lip color. But e.l.f. eyeliner. This is all a palette that I got from Milani, and we are legitimately just gonna do some eyeliner in the car. I didn't have time to put false lashes on, so shit, they're texting me because I'm late. I hate being late, I really do, but
It's actually, it's so dependent on the... Glorious.
I mean, I could move in here. Yes. Y'all could just... Hi, I'm Imani.
Marketing at
Nice
Quilt.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
We're gonna stand here and dream about being very, very rich in our $6.8 million house.
I see it. Hi, my name is May. I'm a mechanical engineer at Quilt, and I designed the Quilt dial. So I worked on making sure the finishes on the dial were beautiful. The dial is actually one of our main interaction points with our system, so it allows you to control the temperature on your unit. So for the indoor unit, you can have this beautiful white panel, or you could have a white oak panel as well.
Okay. And the white panel is paintable.
It is paintable, so it's fully customizable. You can paint it, you can wallpaper it. We've even vinyled some at the office as well, so a lot of different options.
You guys know how I feel about wallpaper, so ooh. This is
Marianne.
Marianne. So I'm I'm talking to the important people here today, the engineers, because I'm trying to get an understanding of how things work so that I can explain to you guys how things work. So May is a mechanical engineer and Marianne is a
embedded software engineer.
All right, Marianne, could you explain to us what that means?
Yes, an embedded software engineer is an engineer that works on the hardware, so we bring hardware to life.
Okay, so you basically make sure that the dial, the thermostat, can talk to
the indoor unit.
The indoor
so
unit.
We can do fun things like change the temperature, and we can see that the temperature changes on the indoor unit. We can even change the color of the light, so you can have it match your things if you decide to use it as an accent light.
Oh, so you guys know how I'm always talking about doing picture lights and making sure you're having lights to accent your art. Well, if you want to keep your art cool, keep your room cool, and accent the art at the same time, you can do it all with one system. This is incredible. Kind of hard to see because it's bright daylight out here, but this is a really, really cool system. I didn't even know that much about HVAC and all that, and I'm learning so much from you guys. Thank y'all. I didn't even have time to update you guys when I got home from the quilt event. It was so fun. I have a dinner reservation back in San Francisco that I need to go to at 8:15. I did go ahead and change my lip. This is the my little Coach bag. I love a Coach bag. The Bobbi Brown lipstick. I'm very excited, and it's awkward because I'm filming with like my whole camera setup thing, and I've never done that before, and I don't even know if you guys are going to be able to hear me because it's pretty loud in here, but whatever, I don't care. You can't judge me. I don't care what these people think about me. Let's just have a nice dinner. So y'all know how much I love egg white cocktails. Well, they didn't have one on the menu, so I asked them to make me one. This is what they made me, and it's really good. Squeeze it all over.
And then she went first.
Y'all doing something. I think I might just go home after this. Like, I thought I was gonna go out somewhere else, but probably not. I don't think that I could accurately describe how sleepy I am. And that's partially because I'm on like a real high. But when I say I'm sleepy, oh, Tatcha cleansing oil. When this trip first got offered to me, I was excited about going, but then part of me kind of wanted to cancel because, you know, anxiety about flying and stuff. Now that I'm here and I got to like experience so many wonderful things today and meet so many great people, I just can't believe that there was ever a moment in time where I was gonna let my anxiety stop me from doing all the things that I wanted to do and achieve my goals. Like, who did my anxiety think she was? I'm going to bed. Skincare will be done in a minute. Bye. Okay, hello. Day 2 in San Francisco. It's really late. It's like 2 o'clock, but I had a bunch of work meetings earlier today. And now I'm all dressed and ready to go. I'm headed out to San Fran again. I want to go to Tartine, the little bakery. I'm gonna hit Nightbird tonight. I'm gonna hit a couple of different places. Let me show you the outfit. Got my fabulous white shirt on like I always do. My favorite jeans, some sandals. Sunglasses are very, very, very old from Target. Jewelry, necklaces are the same from last night. Rings are pretty much the same. My Uber is pulling up in 4 minutes, so let's head down. With cardamom?
Oh, great setup.
Thank you. I try. From them. I'm drinking a sincere cider. Oh, the juicy pork bowl. I got the steamed pork bowl. Maybe I need to get that too. What's happening at the symphony? Who's playing?
Yuja Wang.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you still get tickets? I just spent $425 to see Yuja Wang. I bought the tickets to see Yuja Wang. I'm headed over there right now. I just got done having drinks at the Linden Room. It was incredible. And I'm going to see Yuja Wang. I'm so excited. Oh, let me put my camera away just in case they say I can't film. Okay, bye guys. Are you serious? Hi guys. Well, how are you? Good. Hello. It's 11:45. I have to be out of my hotel room in 15 minutes, but girl, I have been a huge fan of Yuja Wang. Is it Yuja Wang or Yuja Wang? I don't want to mess that girl's name up, but anyway, it's been like 6 years of me trying to like go see her in concert, but every time I have the money to see her, she's not in a place where like I can go see her. She's usually in like Luxembourg or something. And when she is near me, I never have the money to see her. So when I sat down next to that man at the dumpling place, and I won't say too much about him because he asked me not to, but he was a very, very nice man. And if he does end up seeing this, big hearts to you, sir. He told me that he was going to go see her. I was like, I have to do it. It was almost $500. I mean, money well spent. I know the thing with like concerts and spending money on things, it can just feel very like daunting or expensive or silly to spend money on experiences like this. But when I say that lady walked out at 7:45 and we didn't leave until after 10 p.m. She did 6 encores. 6 encores. From my understanding, she usually does like 1, maybe 2, but to do 6 is insane. And like, oh my God, she was beautiful. She was magnificent. Like, and her little bow, like every time I watch her concerts on YouTube, she be hitting that bow. She be hitting it like this. I was cracking up. because my girl was teetering in her Louboutins. Okay, she was teetering. I was like, you better get it. You better get them, Yuja. There was this one part in the concert, she was like doing her thing, she was doing her thing, and it was like, she was like all over the keys. I don't know any of the technical terms about piano, so don't expect any of that from me, but she was going from like the lighter tones down to the darker tones, and light and dark and light and dark, and she it was like hype. Everything was up here, right? She hit that last note. Like, you know that the piece is over when they like fully take their hands off the piano. Sorry, her right hand was like down by her body, like down, like close to her side. And then this hand was playing the key, and it was like ding or dong. So the whole time I'm thinking, oh, it's over, it's done. I'm about to be like, but then I don't clap because nobody else starts clapping. She let the silence linger for like, I want to say like 15 to 20 seconds. Absolute silence, nothing else, no one moving, no one coughing. Like that can feel like 20 minutes. So she goes, this arm comes up, and she gets right back into it. And I was like, yo. There was this woman, she was one of the ushers. I can't remember her name, but she was from Shanghai. And we were talking about dumplings before the show. And she came to me at intermission. We were talking about that moment in the show. And I was like, it's so incredible to me the way that she played with silence. Because sometimes, and this is just what I've learned from being a very casual listener of classical music, it's not so much about what you play, but it is also about how you play the notes and how you manipulate the timing of a note so that it can make a note feel like it went on for forever. And I'm telling you, she made it feel like that note went on for forever. It was spectacular. I cried so many times. Shout out to the San Francisco Symphony Orchestra. You guys, I mean, I think one of the craziest parts about the whole performance for me was that I was under the impression that she was going to be performing with the full orchestra, because of all the other performances that I watch of her, she's usually like in the middle, but there's a full orchestra. There's the strings and the bass and the percussions and all of that other kind of stuff. And I'm walking into the thing to try to get my seats and everything, and it was just like piano, center stage, no chairs, no nothing. I was like, okay, maybe they bring their own chairs out and it'll be it'll be like, you know, this dramatic thing where like, they bring out what they flute and they sit their chair down. But no, it was just her. And I'm telling y'all, watching her command the stage like that was, oh my God, it was life-changing. And I ended up going to a piano bar after the performance because the Ubers were like $100. And I was like, let's bring that down. It just so happened that like the gay man's choir, all of the guys were in there and they were singing down. And you know me, like when I go to a piano bar or I go to a little karaoke situation, like I'm ready to but then they were up there singing the tunes, okay? Shout out to the two dudes that sang Let Me Be Your Star from Smash, because 10 out of 10. Especially the guy with the blonde, he was singing down. I said, oh, okay, you better be on your Megan Hilty. I know. Some people are not gonna get it with the classical music. They're gonna be like, Imani, what? Like, this is your secret hobby? Yes. When I say I listen to all music, I listen to all music. And Yuja, she's that girl. Like, oh shit, it's 11:54. I have to get on up out of here right now. But I think I'm just gonna drop my bags downstairs at the front desk. There's a couple of like little vintagey thrift stores that I want to check out before I go up to San Francisco. They're all down here. And I suspect that the prices will be better here than like in San Francisco because it's like outside of the city centers. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm on the bus. bolo ties. I'm gonna look so cute when Beyoncé goes on tour. I think I have fallen in love with a lamp.